Okay, in this video, I'm so excited. It's my favorite, which is organizing, RV organization. And I'm really excited because I have found a couple of new organizational gadgets that I'm gonna show you in just a little bit. But first, after the last summer of traveling, I've realized some of the ways that I've organized some things just aren't working anymore. So it's time to change things up a little bit, reorganize. One of the biggest things that I've realized too is purging. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna give you some tips and tricks too on how to determine, do you need it, do you not need it? And then talk about the new fancy gadgets. So let's jump in. First things first is this. Now I'm a little bit embarrassed to show you guys this because this is just driving me crazy. Now I do have this in towels and stuff because we have a drivable motorhome, and so to keep the noise down on travel days, I try to insulate things as best as possible. But also just how I've got this going on right now is just, it's not organized and it's driving me bonkers. So we're gonna change some things up and see if we can't figure out how to organize this a little bit better. So first things first with organization, I've learned is to pull everything out of the space. So pulled everything out, including a pan rack I had been using. I just didn't like the way that it was working for me anymore. So got everything pulled out and then realized I have a little bit of extra room. So this is what we had going on before, and now after I can actually put my electric tea kettle down here too, which opens up more space in another area of the RV. Okay. So I'm really excited about this thing, and I'm going to tell you why. So you might have remembered in some of our videos, I was using a big kind of almost like tackle box thing from the Dollar Tree for all of my earrings and jewelry, which is fine. It works great. No gripes about that. However, I found something that's better, and this is why. Recently, we've been doing more traveling outside of the RV, which means leaving the RV and doing other forms of travel, even though we are still very much in the RV a lot. So with this is like a little file system that you can use for your jewelry. It has these little Ziploc envelope things, and then you can use this for earrings, you could put rings, you could put necklaces, bracelets in here, whatever. But the reason that I like this is because not only can I just take this and store it away, but when we're doing other forms of traveling and I don't want to bring all of my earrings with me versus taking that whole kind of tackle box thing and having to put that whole thing in my suitcase, I can actually just go through and pick, okay, I think I might have clothes that are going to match this, this, and this, pick the 4 or 5 pairs that I want to bring, and then I can leave the rest behind. And then I don't have to worry about as big of suitcases or anything like that because I don't have to pack as much stuff. Plus, it's obviously super nice and organized, and you can see what you got in there. Okay, so here's the next spot is this here, and I'm kind of embarrassed again that things have gotten a little bit out of hand. So we're going to do some reorganizing up in here. Basically, the thing that I'm realizing is that as long as we've lived RV life, and as much of a minimalist as I consider myself, I realize I am still accumulating way too much stuff. So as we go through this video, the pile is growing. Just have a small pile right now from what we just purged out of the kitchen. We're gonna keep purging. Now, here's a tip with purging, and if you've not read the Marie Kondo book, The Joy of Tidying Up, I definitely recommend that book. I read that book before we got into RV life. It was very, very helpful with minimizing. But basically for me, the whole does it spark joy thing is a good rule. But I also look at it and I say, have I used this in the last 6 months even? And if I haven't, no, obviously if it's a winter coat, that doesn't count. But if not, then it's I probably have too many of that thing already, or I don't need it. I found a bunch of duplicates of stuff in my kitchen thing. Who knew, right? So we got to do something here and fix what has become a mess. So again, I'm just going to clear everything out, wipe it out. As I was actually going through this shelf, I realized that this top shelf was actually adjustable. So I am going to move it up a little bit higher just because I feel like I can make better use of the space by having more space at the bottom versus the top. So I kind of just played Tetris here a little bit, figured out what was going to fit, maybe what wasn't going to fit so well, knowing I also did have some space on the very bottom part.
And so once I was able to kind of figure out what was going to fit best where and get all of the toothbrushes up and out of the way as well, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out.
So I'm feeling better about what we've got going on here now. So a couple of things, got rid of a couple of things and reorganized a couple of things. The towels and things that I had in kind of a different soft, no, I didn't even have them in a soft-sided bin. I had them in this. These types of bins, I mean, they definitely serve their time and their place. I will tell you, like, the whole round peg square hole thing was what I was feeling like was going on here, where having this in here just didn't leave for a lot of flexibility. So put those in another bin. These are actually from the Dollar Tree, by the way. And then I moved this shelf up. It was lower, moved it up to just give me more space in here. And so my little earring file folder thing here can fit in here, or it can actually go up here still too. And then put the hair dryer up here. But here's another thing that I realized that just wasn't working very well, is that I had kind of my makeup mirror up on that top shelf, and it's just like a taller thing. And so it actually fits better down here. And then I also moved all of like my overstock stuff. So I do keep like a lot of extra toothbrushes in the RV, because here's the deal. What happens when your toothbrush falls on the floor on a travel day, right? Like, so anyway, we've just learned to keep lots of extra toothbrushes on hand. So my overstock stuff, I did put in this soft-sided bin. So this kind of soft-sided rug bin is actually a DIY, and I will link to that video with this DIY below, but also it's right up here if you want to watch that. So that fits well here, because with anything soft-sided, it gives you that flexibility to kind of like scrunch it into oddly shaped corners and spaces, which in an RV is like almost every single cabinet. So I'm pretty happy with my little after results here. And then changing this up to putting the toothbrushes up here again. Did I mention about toothbrushes falling on a travel day? It'll just be a little bit safer in here. One thing we love for life on the road, whether we're in the RV or on a road trip, is using a portable power station. Now, these power stations for us are a must for things like maybe making coffee while boondocking, powering devices, or fans. Pretty much anything that make life easier when you're on the go. Now, we've been using the Andes 1500 portable power station, which is a powerhouse of innovation. It delivers 2,400 watts of power with a boost of up to 3,600 watts. It has a massive 1,462 watt-hour battery capacity, and it's built with the LiFePO4 Chemistry and equipped with a robust battery management system. It's designed to keep your devices running longer and safer, and we can charge it easily with the portable solar panel. The Andes 1500 features 13 output ports, 600 watts of solar input, and charges to full in just 55 minutes. It also has a life cycle of 6,000 cycles. It even comes with a smartphone app for seamless control. It's eco-friendly and highly efficient. This power station is perfect for any adventure or to have on hand for an emergency. You can visit gratefulglamper.com/Andes to get yours today and save up to $500 when you sign up for the AmPace newsletter. There'll be a link in the description below, and a huge thanks to AmPace for sponsoring this video. All right, so the next area that has been driving me nuts. There's a really funny joke about that, and if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll tell you the joke. We had kind of this bench thing here, and we'll show you what that looked like from another video, but it's just not working. And so, you know how RV life is. You check, and then you adjust when you figure out that's just not working for you. So the biggest problem that we had in here was we lost a lot of the closet space when we did all of the big solar upgrades. So we're having to constantly sort of shift things around, but I think I have a solution finally that's gonna work. So a little while back, Ben got these Acro Mills bins for some basement organization, but we're gonna actually use these for some closet organization today. So let's do it. So I'm gonna take most everything out of the closet, figure out what fits best, also figure out how to best fit the clothes in these bins and get it finished up. All right, so this is the final product for now. When we are on the road, we typically have a few more clothes in here, but we do keep some stuff in here just because, you know, it makes for less work, the less you have to add. But there's plenty of space. So we've got Ben's like shorts, pants, things like that in the bottom. And then we got like socks and undies in the top. It's really easy to reach in. And this is not going anywhere on travel days. This is pretty darn secure. So I am pretty happy with how this turned out. The biggest pain point for me was being able to access our new Karcher vacuum, which is back here. And then this top part is over here because this is charging. So
I'll mount a charging.
Ben's got the thing to mount that so that it will actually be mounted, but this needed some place to be where it was upright. So now that can be back here behind these clothes, and the clothes are gonna keep it sturdy and stuff like that on travel days, so it's not gonna move. And we can access everything we need to access.
Looks nice.
I would call that a win.
Looks like a win to me.
You're looking at that like
you're
you're not showing this.
Sorry. I was
This is what we're looking at.
Oh, okay, this is what we're looking at.
My organizational prowess, not your solar setup. No, no, back here.
Okay.
A few hours later.
So my next Amazon find recently is this. Looks like the brand is Joy Room, but these are amazing. So what these are going to do is these are adhesive, and these are like little cord keeper things. So like when you've got all of your cords that you're using to charge devices or different types of things, this helps to keep that organized. So I just detangled these because this is my Apple Watch and my iPhone charger, and then like it's kind of like just my nightstand area at night. And so this is always thick already. See how it's starting to tangle again? So this is going to, it's magnetic. So it is going to go on our cord and then keep our cord nice. And then I'm just going to put this on the wall over here so that I am not getting a huge cord mess when I go to charge my things. And then of course it's just magnetic. So if I need to pull the cord out or whatever, I can do that. But this is going to make things a lot more organized. I'm going to put one down here for the iPhone, and then that way this just stays in there. Dunsky. All right, let's put this other one on. Do you want them on your side? Because that's the bigger problem, is we got rid of your nightstand that you can use for your jewelry. I can't talk, for your jewelry.
Jewelry.
Maybe if I ran this, let's see here. Let's workshop this. Let's figure this out. Whether we're in the RV or just maybe on a road trip, is using a powerable port. Nah, sorry. Where should I put the second one? You don't think I need a second one? So just wrap this up and stick it in there? that defeats the purpose. So I told you if you watched till the end of this video, I would tell you my joke. So a pirate walks into the bar, and he has one of those big ship steering wheel things. If there's probably a name for it. If you know the name, you can leave in the comments. But he has one of those big ship steering wheel things stuck in the front of his pants. And the bartender says to the pirate, "Did you know you have a big steering wheel in your pants?" And he says, "Yes, and it's driving me nuts." There's your pirate joke for the day. If you want to see some more DIYs, especially that DIY on how to assemble that soft-sided rug, I've got that for you in this video right up here.